In this section, we will learn about modifying an Excel worksheet using various tools and features. This includes copying, cutting, and pasting data within a worksheet or between different worksheets. We will also explore how to modify the worksheet structure by inserting and deleting rows and columns. Additionally, we will learn how to hide rows or columns to keep certain information out of immediate view. The section will also cover managing worksheets by inserting a new worksheet, deleting unnecessary ones, and renaming existing worksheets. Overall, this section focuses on maintaining and organizing worksheets effectively in Microsoft Excel. Now we will learn about the different methods of moving and copying data into Microsoft Excel. One of the most common methods is using the cut and paste command, which are widely used in another Microsoft Office applications such as Word, PowerPoint, Outlook. To move data using this method, a user first selects the desired cell or range of cells, presses Ctrl X to cut the selected content, chooses the new location, and presses Ctrl V to paste the data. This method helps in rearranging and organizing information within a worksheet or even across different worksheets. So Excel also provides a faster and more convenient method for moving data using the drag and drop feature. After selecting the cell, so we have selected the cell, the user can move the cursor to border, or to the border, and now if you can see there is a four-headed arrow. By clicking and dragging the selection to a new location, the data can be moved instantly without using any keyboard shortcut. This feature solves for both individual cells and large blocks of data, making it useful for quickly modifying the layout of the worksheet. So you can see it happen. Additionally, if a mistake is made while moving data, the action can easily be reversed using the Control plus Z undo command. Overall, these features make it easier to manage, edit, and maintain data efficiently in Microsoft Excel. So now we'll learn about copying data in Microsoft Excel. Unlike moving data, where information is removed from its original location, using the cut and paste Control plus X and Control plus V copying allows user to keep the original data intact while creating an exact duplicate in another location. This feature is useful when the same information is required in multiple places within the same worksheet or across different worksheets. To copy the data, the user first selects the required cells uh, or range of cells. After selecting the data, the Control plus C command shortcut key is used to copy the selected. For example, user can create sorry, For example, user can create a new worksheet by clicking the sign next to the existing worksheet tabs, return to the original worksheet, copy a complete table, and paste it into the newly created worksheet. This process makes it easier to duplicate tables, records, and other information without affecting the original data. However, when copying cells that contains formulas, user should carefully check the result after pasting. Certain formulas, such as those containing absolute reference, like this one we have, especially those containing absolute reference effects, may be required adjustments if the data is pasted into the different position. So I'll just change the position P to this O 17. So I'll just give it a double click. By understanding how formulas and references work, a user can quickly correct any error and update the calculations. Overall, the copy and paste feature is a powerful tool that helps user effectively organize, duplicate, and manage data in a worksheet. In this video, now we'll learn how to adjust the width of columns and height of rows in Microsoft Excel to improve the appearance and reliability of a worksheet. Sometimes data may appear too crowded, or certain text entries may require additional space. By increasing the width of columns or the height of rows, user can create more white space, making information easier to read and highlight important areas of worksheet. To change the width of the column, the user places a cursor between column headers such as B and C, and until the cursor changes into double-headed arrow, the user can then click and drag to the right to increase the width of the column, and drag left to decrease the width of the column. The same method can be applied to the rows by placing the cursor between 4 and 5 and dragging up and down to edge of the rows like this. So Excel also allows user to resize multiple columns or rows at the same time by selecting several rows or columns like this and dragging the boundary line. All selected sections are resized together, making it easier to format large data sets. However, this method gives all selected columns or rows the same size, which may not always be ideal. So a useful feature provided by Excel is AutoFit, which automatically adjusts the width of the column based on the largest value or text entry within the column. To use AutoFit, the user selects the column and double clicks the boundary between the two column headers like this. Excel then automatically resizes the column to perfectly fit its content. The feature can also be applied to multiple selected columns at once, like this, like this. Overall, adjusting columns, widths, and rows is a simple yet important formatting technique that helps create cleaner, more organized, and professional look. Excel worksheets. It also helps user manage space efficiently, especially when preparing worksheets for print or presentations. So now we'll learn about a common issue in Microsoft Excel related to column widths and the appearance of the number symbol in cells. Excel stores values such as numbers, dates, and calculations as numeric data. When the width of the column becomes too small to display these value properly, Excel replaces the actual content with series of hash symbols instead of showing the value. This does not mean that the data has been deleted or any error has occurred. It simply indicates that the column is not wide enough to display the information. The solution to this issue is simple. So first of all, let me show you. If you can see, it's just a bunch of hash right here. So the solution to this simple issue is a user can increase the width of the column by placing the cursor between two column headers until a double header or arrow appears, and then dragging the boundary to make the column wider. Another quicker method is to use autofit by double clicking between the boundaries. Excel automatically adjusts the column width to fit the largest value within the column, allowing the hidden numbers or dates to be displayed. Or we can do multiple like this. So extending this feature helps users avoid confusion when working with spreadsheets and allow them to maintain a neat, organized, and professional look. Worksheet whenever cell displays the hash symbol, it is usually a sign that the column needs to be widened to properly show the numeric value. So now we'll learn about hiding content in Microsoft Excel. There may be situations where a worksheet contains large amount of useful data, but not all of it is necessary to display in a particular report or when sharing the documents with others. Instead of deleting this information, Excel provides the option to hide rows or columns. Hiding content keeps the data and formula intact, allowing them to continue participating in the calculations. While simply removing them from the print view, to hide the column, the user selects the desired column, right clicks on it, and choose the hide option from the menu. So like this, and here you can see a hide option. So the selected column will disappear from the view, but the data stored within it remain available. Hidden columns can often be identified by missing columns, such as a worksheet jumping from column G to directly I, indicating H is hidden. To store a hidden column, the user selects the column on both sides of the hidden column, right clicks on them, and choose unhide like this. The same process applies to the rows. User can select one or multiple rows, right click on them, and hide them to remove them from the view temporarily like this. So now those columns rows are hidden. To bring them back, the user selects the rows above and below the hidden columns and selects unhide. Sorry. Overall, hiding the rows and columns is a useful feature in Microsoft Excel that helps users organize their worksheet, present only relevant information, and maintain current data without permanently removing it. This makes document cleaner, more professional, and easier to understand while keeping all calculations reference fully functional. So now we'll talk about how to modify the worksheet itself in Microsoft Excel by renaming the worksheet tabs. While previous features focused on changing the content and structure within a worksheet, such as adjusting rows, columns, size, hiding information, copying and pasting, moving data, worksheet management focuses on organizing the actual worksheet tabs within a workbook. When a new Excel workbook is created, it typically contains a worksheet within a default name such as Sheet 1. However, workbook grows and continues multiple worksheets. Generic names can make it difficult to quickly identify the required information. Therefore, it is important to rename worksheets using clear and meaningful titles that describe the content they contain, such as monthly budget, making the workbook easier to navigate and understand. To rename a worksheet, the user simply double clicks the worksheet or just right clicks on it and click on rename and name it whatever they want. So I'll name it monthly budget. So it is recommended to keep worksheets name short, clear, and relevant to that user can easily identify the purpose of each worksheet without needing to open multiple tabs. Overall, renaming worksheet is a simple but important organization feature in Microsoft Excel that improves navigation, makes workbook more professional, and helps user quickly locate the information they need. Okay, so now we learn how to delete worksheets in Microsoft Excel. After creating and renaming worksheets, user may sometimes have worksheets that are no longer required and wish to remove them from the workbook. To delete a worksheet, the user can right-click on the worksheet tab at the bottom. So let me first create a new worksheet. And to delete the worksheet, the user can right-click on the worksheet tab at the bottom of the Excel window and select the delete option. Select this. So sometimes if I copy paste something, now if I delete it, Excel will display a warning message to confirm that the action to confirm the action because deleting a worksheet removes all the data and formatting stored within that worksheet. So once a worksheet has been deleted, it cannot be restored using the normal undo button or shortcut commands. It cannot be, even if I press Control and Z. Uh, Therefore, it is important to carefully check whether the worksheet is still needed before confirming the deletion. Since the worksheet and all of its contents are removed from the workbook accidentally, deletion may result in the loss of important information. So, however, if the worksheet is saved in a cloud storage service like Microsoft OneDrive with the autosave feature right in the corner, there may be possibility to recover the deleted worksheet by accessing the workbook's version history and restoring an earlier version of the file. Users should keep in mind that restoring a previous version may also remove any changes made after that version was saved. Overall, deleting worksheets is an effective way to keep a workbook clean and organized by removing unnecessary sheets. However, because the deletion is generally permanent and cannot be undone through regular Excel commands, users should always double check before deleting a worksheet to avoid losing valuable data. So now we learn how to move and copy worksheets in Microsoft Excel. After creating, renaming, and deleting worksheets, Excel also provides features that allow users to rearrange worksheet tabs, duplicate existing worksheets, or even transfer worksheets to another workbook. Those features save time and effort, especially when working with similar data that needs to be repeated for different months and years or projects. One of the quickest way to copy worksheet is by using the Control plus drag method. The user simply holds the control key and clicks hold uh, the worksheet tab and drags it to the location or to the new location like this, if you can see. So now we have created one more monthly budget worksheet. So a small plus symbol appears indicating that Excel will create a copy of the worksheet. Once released, an identical worksheet is created, including all data formatting, formulas, and structures. The copied worksheet can then be renamed and modified according to the requirements, such as changing dates or updating information for a new year. So I'll just change the name. I'll rename it. So I'll name it 2026. So after another method is to right click on the worksheet tab and select the move or copy option. So here's the move or copy option. So this opens a dialog box where user can choose the workbook where the worksheet should be moved or copied and select its position among other worksheets by selecting create a copy option. Excel creates a duplicate of the worksheet. Otherwise, it simply moves the original worksheet to selected location. Worksheet can also be rearranged easily by clicking and dragging worksheet tab to new position without holding the control key. This allows user to organize workbook containing multiple worksheets in logical order. So let me show you like this, like this. So Overall, the Move and Copy worksheet feature helps users efficiently manage large workbooks, use existing templates, and maintain a well-organized Excel document. Thank you. So in this session, we explore various methods of modifying and managing worksheet in Microsoft Excel. We learned how to move, copy, cut, and paste data within a worksheet, as well as different between different worksheets. We also covered how to adjust column widths and row heights, use the autofit feature to automatically resize columns, and understand common display issues such as the appearance of hash symbols when a column is too narrow to display numeric values. Additionally, we learned how to hide and unhide rows and columns to temporarily remove information from view without deleting the actual data. We explore worksheet management features such as creating new worksheets, renaming them renaming them with meaningful titles, deleting unnecessary worksheets while understanding the risk of permanent deletion, and moving or copying entire worksheet to organize and reuse existing data efficiently. Overall, modifying an Excel worksheet is an essential skill that helps users organize their data, improve the structure of their worksheet, and work effectively. These tools also allow users to maintain clean, professional, and well-structured spreadsheet while preserving important information and reducing repetitive work. So in the next video, we will move on to formatting data in a Excel worksheet, where we learn how to improve the visual appearance of spreadsheet by changing font, applying color, adjusting alignment, adding borders, and using other formatting tools to make data easier to read, understand, and present professionally. Thank you.